Hey everybody, it's The Shape, and I know I said that Lee from Really Haunted has the most haunted house on planet Earth. I feel as if I may have been wrong. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Zark's family haunting, but they're like neck and neck with Lee. I mean, it's so many similarities, it's almost uncanny. Let's get to some of those similarities right now. Both live on the most haunted house on the planet. Both take advantage of audience reviews and clout, play on audience's gullibility and emotions, bring their family into their lies and deception, don't allow actual outside specialists to investigate, and don't address actual debunks or criticism. And that is just the tip of the iceberg, because these guys are unrivaled, unparalleled when it comes to paranormal. I've spoke to multiple paranormal investigators, real paranormal investigators that go to different countries to the most haunted locations on Earth. The most haunted locations on Earth. Now, when you're doing your investigations, you could go your whole life as a paranormal investigator, after hours of your life every day for years, and never, ever catch a levitating object or a moving object like a can moving across a surface. But Lee and Zarks, they catch that every day. It's an everyday occurrence. They catch in one video multiple levitating objects, chairs being picked up and thrown, shadow figures, ghosts under blankets. Every video, while ghost hunters go their whole lives, never catch anything close to that. Let that sink in a second. Paranormal investigators who do it full time, all over the planet at the most haunted locations on Earth, don't get anything even close in a lifetime than these guys get every single day. Now, either it's fake or it's real. We know what that is, but these guys take it one step further. You go in their comment section, and you know what? Let's read a few of their comments. Their comment sections, you could just switch out the comments with Zarks and Really Haunted. You can just switch them back and forth, and they say the same thing. But let's read a couple. Noah the guy writes, "It's so good to see you smiling again, Zark. I'm glad your ordeal is finally over. There's nothing God can't do." Optimum Services, very happy for you, and it's incredible to see you smile instead of being miserable and terrified. Congrats. Rachel M writes, "Such great news, Zark. I'm so glad you got your life back with your family. So much trauma you've been through. Now's the time for healing. Wishing you and your family all the best. Thoughts and prayers heading your way. So happy your family is back. Much love from Cape Cod." If I didn't know any better, I would think that Zark's audience actually thinks that those comments, those videos, they're all real, and that they have some emotional stake in what happens to Zark and his family. You know, they care. They're gullible, and they care. Now, you go to a couple of comments in Lee's Really Haunted, they're so similar. Let's read a couple. Kim writes, "This is so crazy. My wee bit of skepticism about the paranormal diminishes after I watch your videos. That can moving up and down the windowsill is chilling. You definitely got a cheeky poltergeist. Blessings from Michigan." Kate writes, "Hello Lee, it's Kate again. I can't believe what I just seen. I'm not even a minute in the video. I hear the stairs creeping, watch you sit up, and that entity just walked down your stairs right past you, right into the wall. That was absolutely incredible to see. Not for you. I mean, having to live there must be holy shit." Interesting, huh? So similar, because they do the same thing. What they do is, they run around their house in their underwear, faking paranormal, and then they upload it. And they pretend that, oh, these ghosts are really stressing me out. I need all the prayers and love. And they cultivate, basically, an audience around really emotionally dictating them. To like, oh, well, see, I'm in trouble. I need prayers. I need clout. Send me some money. Need the views. And comment, you know, all your sympathy. And I'll just suck that up like a vacuum cleaner, because Well, for one, it gives me the big head and it gives me views. Zark's last video, I think it's like he may be leaving YouTube, which it won't last long. Just the views. Take Lee or Zark's. Say they get a video with 30,000 views. Let's kind of do some math in our head. Every time you make a video and you manipulate your audience like they do, and your video gets, I don't know, let's just say 30,000 views. Granted, not everybody in the audience is going to believe that stuff is real. Your core audience, let's just say, let's be generous, 15,000 think that it's not staged, that it's real. Every video then, Lee and Zark's, you're telling at least 15,000 lies. Think about that. Every person that watches, that's one lie. You get a good video with 30,000 views, let's just be generous taking half of that. 15,000 people you just told a bold-faced lie to and manipulated. Let's start the video. Oh, blue light? Yeah, it's because I'm feeling real cold. So we'll start this bad boy off right now with Lee. Once again, Lee is upstairs, or he says he's upstairs, brushing his teeth, and his camera that's downstairs in the living room shows Holy Grail of ghost hunting and paranormal investigations. Let's take a look. The 100th time in one of Lee's videos, a chair got completely picked up and flipped over. A chair got picked up and flipped over. Conveniently enough, he always has blind spots. And you know how I love to point out some blind spots, but I'm not going to point it out right now until Lee comes down the stairs with his other camera, because I want to kind of point something out. But the next clip is Lee upstairs, and he's, brushing his teeth. Oh, let's watch what happens. This happens like right after the chair gets flipped. You look closely, you can see Lee ain't the one that opened the door. Somebody has to be in the bathroom behind the door, but do they fit? Those are some pretty tight corridors. That bathroom is very small, so you can clearly see Lee. How would somebody else even have enough room to open the door and slam it like that? Boy, you would have to have some room behind the door in order to pull that bad boy off. But let's keep going. So Lee walks around pretending like he's confused. Now, the question is, how are they going to get out of the bathroom without us seeing them if there's somebody hiding in the bathroom? Let me show you. Lee walks in here and cut to this camera. They're gone. Uh-oh, lightning. I wouldn't want to stand close to Lee whenever he puts that around his neck, that cross, and I wouldn't want to be in the same house. I'd be afraid a lightning bolt will come through there and crack me right on top of the head. Because it's not enough for Lee here to take gullible people and mold them into somebody that actually cares for his well-being. No. He has to go after religion as well, and poke fun at it too. Using real religion for a fake ghost. But let's continue.
Right, so I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth. Turn the light off so we've got some night vision. I've just noted that weren't paranormal. So I'm literally stood here, brushing my teeth, and that is just compounding open.
I see what you're doing, Lee. Now, had that door opened all the way against the wall, you know, flush, then Lee would have had more to go by. He would have had more validation, if you will. But the gap is perfect for somebody to stand right there in that blind spot behind the door and just open it and close it. It's almost too perfect. So as Lee stands at the top of the stairs, he realizes, oh my God, the door downstairs is completely open. Something must have happened. So in his infinite wisdom, he heads downstairs and realizes, oh my goodness, what a wreck. 2 chairs have been completely moved. 1 coffee table has been moved. You know, the kind of thing that we catch every day in the paranormal world on a regular basis. But he investigates. Are you in here? Is that you, Vlad?
Just come down, brought the laptop. And this is what I'm seeing. Straighten that. Yeah, you can see how big that is. And it's got like a steel frame. Can you move it again? Can you move it again while I'm here? I know you don't like doing that. Oh. Right. You just switch to that camera a minute.
And of course, Lee, just like Zark does, he just talks a bunch of nonsense. Everyday nonsense. Like, well, apparently I come downstairs and me chair is flipped over. Vlad didn't pay he pushed my chair over forwards. Obviously it wasn't me. And then he proceeds to, you know, attempt to put the chair back in its location. So Lee the Faker decides to go over there and put the chair back in its place. I bet that thing weighs a ton. Now he lifts the chair up and he more or less gets it back in the same spot, give or take a couple of inches to the left. Is that important? Well, when you're faking, it very well could be. Because if the chair is shifted to the left a couple of inches, that allows anybody that's behind the chair to have more room. But if you really look at it, I mean, you could stand behind the chair. You could stand outside the door of the room. And I'm going to point out a couple other spots where you could stand as well. But Lee quickly puts the camera back on the chair and shows you behind the chair. Mind-blowing, huh? Lee, first off, you didn't put it back in its place either. Let's get that clear right now. It's close, sure. But when you're faking something, a couple of inches can mean everything. But Lee also proceeds to show behind the chair because he knows that everybody's going to be saying, well, Lee, on your little security camera, we can't really see the corner behind the chair there. So Lee's like, you know what, I'm going to show them back there. That way they know there's no way a human being can stand back there and push that chair over. As you can see, when you blend the 2 images together, the chair is not in the exact place it was. You can clearly see it's shifted to the left a bit more. Now, he shows the camera back here like, see, you can't fit a person back here. That's just not possible. Look at that. There's a cabinet there, as if you can't move that for the shot and then put it back. Multiple ways to do it. This chair moves, and this chair over here turns that direction. So, let's just say somebody's out here. The door's open. They reach through, they move the chair. Just like that right there. Heck, I don't know if that window opens, but if it did, that would also be a good way to just push the chair over. So Lee shows the back of the recliner chair, whatever it is, and he shows you there's a little cabinet back there that's got that standing on it, as if, for the video's sake, you could just like move that out of the way and nobody would know anyway. But also, the one chair that moves, you could do that from the corner as well. You could take a string and pull it because that other chair also moves, twists toward that corner. Now, as far as the door opening, he does have a wife. Just saying. And I'd say he has friends as well.
Yeah, it sometimes never ceases for amaze me.
Never cease to amaze me either. There, little buddy. Little buddy. Y'all little guy, ya. Now, we're going to take a look at your brother from another mother. And she probably wishes she would have smothered. I'm just kidding, that's a bad joke. Nonetheless, let's look at Lee 2.0. Because he does the same nonsense, the same preying on his audience's gullibility and emotion, and, strictly for, views and monetary gains.
I think I'm gonna go crazy. I think I need help. I seriously need help. I can't keep going on like this.
Blow that right out of your ass. I can't. I gotta take a break. Notice how careful he is to not show anything to the right of the camera until he gets plumb in the room. Look at, he keeps it to the left as if he's expecting something to be to the right. And then this. Uh-oh. He seems to be at a crossroads, ladies and gentlemen. He has just wandered upon probably one of the scariest movie scenes I've ever seen in my life. A spirit, demon, or something is under the sheet. You can clearly see it. Now, he's standing there, totally frozen in panic. Let's see how he reacts to such a horrifying situation like this. I'd be out of there. A spirit is under a sheet about 10 feet right in front of you. And you're still just standing there.
Get out of my house!
Let me rephrase this. A entity that is there to possibly do you harm is 10 foot in front of you, under a sheet, just sitting there. And you're just standing there with the camera. And you're like, oh, get out of my house. I don't know, guys. I think I'd move out and have them take a wrecking ball to that place. But that's just me. Let's see what he does.
Jerry, get up!
Did you guys hear it? You can clearly hear the audio being cut off all of a sudden. Listen one more time. Also pay attention to what it sounds like when it hits the floor.
Jerry, get up! Jerry, get up!
Then after it screams and supposedly just disappears, vanishes under that blanket, and the blanket falls, then he decides, oh, I might need to get out of here, boys. But did you catch the sound? Because it sounds eerily familiar to like a toilet plunger or something rubber hitting the floor when the ghost melts. If it's disappearing, it shouldn't make no noise. So listen again. Hey, you fake. Why didn't you walk over there and show everybody nothing was under the blanket? I don't know. If ghosts are weightless, they shouldn't make noise like that when they fall anyway. But when you look how this thing falls, it's almost like an air bladder. It kind of falls into the floor and you can see it. The holy water.
So finally I met him today, and then he gave me this, I think they call it as Zamzam water, in just a small bottle he gave me. And
You gave me some water? Some toilet water?
in the name of God. Okay. the name of God. Please stay outside.
Have you guys noticed the camera interference sound on his camera? That almost sounds like a sound that you can overlay, and I feel like I've heard that before. Let's compare his with one of Lee's from Really Haunted, and let's see if they sound similar. Both Lee and Zark have a phone interference overlay sound. The reason I think it's overlay is because I fast forwarded Zark's interference sound and listen, it sounds just like Lee's. What is all these devilish knocking sounds I hear around here? Are you here? You know, I think it's time we get a new house. Everything a person can humanly fake is the exact paranormal that Lee and Sarks just so happen to catch. They're so very similar, it's scary. The power goes out, he heads downstairs just like a scary movie.
The whole building power is getting cut off, except the emergency lights are still working on. Even the elevator is not working right now.
The power's out at Zark's apartment or whatever, and he clearly shows you the elevator ain't working, which means he's got a lot of flights of stairs that he has to go down to go mess with some gadget all the way on the bottom floor. The reason I bring that up is, would you take your camera and turn it on and carry that bad boy all the way down them flight of stairs, knowing you have to carry it all the way back up? Think about it, unless you're using it for a light. Well, I guess I'll head downstairs with my camera on. You know, I gotta have a camera, something extra heavy to carry around with me as I do this.
Nobody even bothered to come out and to check. It's already so hot right now. I don't know how people are sleeping without the ACs. But I don't know how to fix this because even the watchman is not here. That's the main problem. I don't know how I'm going to stop it now.
So he gets down to the ground floor, flips that switch, which just so happens to turn the emergency lights off in the stairs. I don't see anything bad that could happen by doing that. It's a good thing you brought that camera. Dark stairs, going back up them by yourself, you're liable to catch a spirit or something.
I guess this is a very bad idea. I don't know what I did, but the alarms went off, but unfortunately the emergency lights have gone out now. Hello? You need some light?
How many scary movies have you seen this exact scenario in? It's almost like these morons, both of them are inspired by scary movies, and they know their audience is so naive and gullible that they'll believe it, even though they're picking and choosing right out of really popular scary films. And that sound, let's hear that again.
Watchman?
And a classic sound overlay, ladies and gentlemen. I've showed people how to do this 1,000 times, but here's him doing it once again. Very easy to do. Something runs right at him. He gets to the room and shows scratch marks that I'm sure his wife didn't do that, and he can't reach it, so it had to be an invisible entity. The question is, how are they doing this present day? And now we jump to present day, ladies and gentlemen, where hopefully Zark keeps his word and doesn't do any more fake videos and he leaves YouTube. Don't think he'll do that though. People like that, they want that attention. They want people caring for them. They want people watching them. They want people praying for them. But let's see this happy ending to this story.
Also for the recording.
So it's real. Okay, you have to do the challenge. Chalo, Munna, start. Munna bhi girega.
This is so difficult, man.
Listen. Chalo, one hand behind now. Chalo, come on. One hand behind. Munno, behind, Mama said. Ah, very good. Second hand also behind.
Seriously, you can do that? Okay.
Happy ending, yes. I'm just kidding. You know what? If he leaves YouTube for good, you know what? Good on him. You know, get that bag, get that clout, and just roll out. I hear you, big dog. Zarks, you crazy thing, you and Lee. I tell you, you two are the worst kind. I want to make it very, very clear. The worst. When you take advantage, and I know I've said it 1,000 times, you take advantage of naive, you take advantage of their emotions, you take advantage of their money, and it wouldn't be so bad if this was really happening to you. You take advantage of their religion. If they have religion, you take advantage of that as well. That's what you guys do. You prey on people. See, they get down to the comments and they type in thinking they're helping you, saying, oh, well, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that. That farms engagement, that gives engagement and pushes your videos out to more. They think they're helping, and it's nonsense. You know, I got some holy water. No, you got toilet water. You know where you got it. I didn't see a priest bless it or whoever blesses the water. It blows my mind that many people can be fooled by it. Now, it's not to say nobody can be fooled. I've had a lot of you guys come to the channel and say, hey, you know what? I got fooled pretty good and I'm kind of embarrassed about it. No, there's no point in being embarrassed about it. You know, anybody can be fooled. I've been fooled. You watching this video at one time or another, you've been fooled. But the fact is, you're here now and you're here to educate yourself. That says a lot about you. But yeah, these two are the worst types on YouTube. It's bad enough they run around haunted locations faking stuff. But usually the fake paranormal investigators, they don't push that emotional tie into it. Now some do, but most just fake the ghost, that's it. But not these guys. No. They're in the comments and, oh, my life's miserable. Pray for me. Oh, please. Oh, the spirits are wearing me out. Oh, Oh, there's my PayPal. Oh, these spirits are crazy. Oh man, they're this entity, the demons. Here's Cash App. Oh man, oh, I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at all. Memberships. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating bullets. Oh, Patreon. That's what you get with them. Not one paranormal event ever shown in either one of these guys' videos has ever been real. I said it so many times, and I'll say it again and again. You guys are the worst type on the internet next to fake psychics that prey on people's grief. Of course, you could see how you're kind of like a version of that. You're not predicting or acting like you're talking to spirits of family members, but you are pretending that you're in this very horrible, scary situation and it's affecting you and your family. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now, join Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook. I'm sorry I blabbed like that, but I had to get it out. These guys are the worst. Worst kind of grifter. I love you guys. And remember, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And as always, bangers on the way, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now, you hear? Peace.